What's up, everybody? Celtic Skicker here, back whenever you get those 10s and 20 views. I literally just ended my live stream watch along of the Saints Packers game. Yes, the game has not ended, but it's 27-0. The turnover down, so there's that. But yeah, I'm doing my weekly NFL predictions today because we got games coming out on Christmas. Um, Change that pick because I said I would. So it's one of those things where oh, it's one of those things where it's like it's Christmas. You should be spending time with your family. I might do a gaming stream on Kick slash Twitch slash Kick. My VR style. My doing VR style there. Uh, January 1st, I'm gonna start uploading onto this one again. All the streams on there. But yes, let's get down to it. Last week I went 11-5, bringing my yearly total to 142 correct and 89 incorrect. God, that's bad placement. So I'm doing good. I 11 wins. I can't get more than 10 wrong, and I'll be under 100 for the year. So I need an average 5. Well, this week's picks are a little bit out there. So starting off with the Christmas Day games, we got the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. One, I find it wrong that the NFL is even playing on Christmas. Let's just start that off too. There, like, let people spend the day with their family, especially a 1 o'clock game. Like, I would have zero issues like 4:30 and like an 8 o'clock game. I would have less issues there with that, but 1 o'clock. But yeah, so I am going Pittsburgh. If I'm KC, I'm starting to rest people. The only team that really has a chance to knock KC out of that number one spot is Baltimore. But KC needs just to win one of the next two games, so they have a plenty of chance to do. And Pittsburgh's still fighting for a playoff spot. That's why I went Pittsburgh. Also, I'm currently in a Penguins hoodie jersey, so it's also another reason why I might go Pittsburgh. Next up, you got the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Houston Texans. Um, Allegedly, Deontay Jackson's going to sign by Houston because unfortunately Tank Dell is out for the year. That is not good. He dislocated his knee. When he dislocated, did a bunch of damage to his tendons. I did that to my finger before, where I dislocated the knuckle, which tore a tendon, which tore a piece of bone off. Tank Dell unfortunately did that to his knee. So wish him a speedy recovery. I'm going Baltimore because they are also trying to win that division. So therefore, they're going to need to play for a good bit. Next up, the Thursday game, which I will be streaming, is the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Chicago Bears. Seattle, plain simple, Chicago is not good, and Seattle is fighting for that NFC West. Then we got a triple header on Saturday. Will I stream one of these games? Maybe. Maybe. First off, it might off Saturday. Let me double check that. If I do, it would be the middle game. Yeah, I'm off Saturday. Okay. So first game at 1 o'clock is the San Diego Chargers taking on the New England Patriots. I'm going Chargers. A win tiebreaker over Denver based on head based on head perception. The hell is that supposed to mean? Head winning percentage because they beat them. That's all I gotta say. They have the advantage because they beat them. So Chargers are trying to secure that last spot. Same as the Broncos. I am actually going to go Chargers. So they should technically get into the playoffs with this win. Next up is the Denver Broncos taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Could be a really good game. I am going Broncos, I like the way they're playing, and the Bengals are too inconsistent for me. Then we got the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Los Angeles Rams. I am going Cardinals. Yes, they lost to the Panthers in overtime. But outside of that Dallas game, Carolina is playing. It's one of those things where it's like a little bit better defense, they beat KC. A little better defense, they beat the Niners. Got blown out by Dallas, saying it's going to happen. And then it's like, beat these guys. So 3 of the last 4 games, they were playing very, very winnable football games. So, and the Rams aren't consistent. They'll either put up 50 or 4, like 50 or 9. That's the Rams right now. Moving over to Sunday, you got the New Jersey Jets taking on the Buffalo Bills. I am going Buffalo. The Jets suck. We all know this. I do think the Jets, if they can somehow get the higher up pick, taking Dion's kid, would actually work good. You sit him behind Aaron Rodgers for a year. I think that would be a great thing. Like, I think if the Jets take a quarterback round 1 and have him sit behind Aaron, because I think he's under contract for at least 1 more year, and have him learn. Like, hey, this is what you do as a quarterback, and this is how you don't act off the field. We don't need you taking Iowa, whatever the things you doing darkness retreats. All in the film room, on the field, good mentor. Off, just ignore him. Next up, we got the Las Vegas Raiders playing the New Orleans Saints. New Orleans, as of right now, with 2:40 to go in the game, hasn't scored a single point. In fact, the Packers just put up another touchdown on them at this stage. So because of that, I'm going Vegas. We got a Lambeau Leap. Not a great one, but he's up there. Vegas, they're playing meh football. Saints are playing like I don't know what kind of football. So Vegas. Then we got the Indianapolis Colts taking on the New York Giants in the cheapest game of the weekend. Tickets as low as $11. So once again, if you are a Colts fan living in the anywhere between New York City down to like Philly, down to like Cape May, yeah, you can easily go to this game for $11. I'm going Colts. They're playing better football. The Giants suck. As much as I want the Giants to win, so hurts their draft capital with the Panthers win, we're not going to take the spot away from them. Plus, we beat them. Then we got a very interesting game that got flexed. Dallas versus Philly. Dallas looked really good in their win the other night. Philly lost. I am going Dallas because this sets up a Week 18. The Eagles must win to get the number 2 spot. And Washington, so it's like, and they're playing the Giants, who can kind of go spoil the Eagles' fun. Why not? So I'm going Dallas there. Next up is the Tennessee Titans versus Jacksonville Jaguars. I feel sorry if you have to watch this game. I'm going Jags. No other reason, then I'm going Jags. We got the Miami Dolphins taking on the Cleveland Browns. It's a $14 game. Tickets low at $14. I'm going Miami. Cleveland is that bad, and Cleveland should be drafting a quarterback. And we got a very good game, which I wish it was flexed higher. I wish it was flexed to the Sunday night game, to be all honest. It is the Green Bay Packers taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Whew. I am not sure where to go with this, but because the Packers are winning 34-0 at the time of this recording, I'm going Packers. If you pitch a shutout, which as of now they're doing, I will pick you. So, Packers. And also, I don't think Green Bay is going to get swept by everyone not named Chicago in their division. So, there's that. But it would set up a great Week 18. If Minnesota wins, it sets up a great Week 18 game. Then we got the Sunday night game of actually it's not a bad Sunday night game. The Atlanta Falcons taking on the Washington Commanders. Atlanta's still alive for the playoff spot. They can win the South. Yes, they can technically win the South. Washington, I think it's a win and they're in. They're the win and they're in the playoffs. Yeah, a win and they're in the playoffs for Washington. But they still have a chance at the division if the Eagles lose out. So I am going Washington, not because of the cool thing pissing off Eagles fans, but I just think that they're just a better team than Atlanta. Then the Monday night game, the Detroit Lions taking on the San Francisco 49ers. I am going Detroit. Frisco has way too many injuries. And last and certainly not least, you got the Carolina Panthers. My beloved Carolina Panthers coming off a game we should have won in regulation, but held through, won in overtime, taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who looked bad last week. Like, what was that final score? Oh yeah, they played Dallas. They played Dallas and looked bad. I am going Bucks. Um, I think they got more to play for. I think it's one of those things. It's in Tampa. Our defense is not great. Yes, I post this thing. It's like players don't tank. Teams don't tank unless you're like actively benching like starters. Like if Carolina benched Hubbard, benched Young, benched Coker, like started benching like people just to bench them. Yeah, that's actively tanking. But players don't tank. We fans, we're like okay with, you know, okay, oh, we're not getting a good draft pick, but if we can get a couple more defensive players that can fix this roster, we'll be fine. That's okay with me. But that's all I have. Like I said, I'll be on Twitch at some point, probably like 9:30 Christmas Eve, and I'm gonna be playing Batman Arkham Origins. That's all I have. I'll see you weird people later.